All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Late Night Crypto Talk. Bitcoin Brandon from Los Angeles, California. It is 7 p.m. on the West Coast, 10 p.m. on the East Coast, getting closer and closer to Christmas. Go ahead and type in the chat box where you're listening in from. As a disclaimer, I am not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I read the news, give my opinion, share a suggestion, and it is up to you to make an informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to go into. And tonight we've got a special late night crypto talk where I'm going to be covering an article about a woman, a single woman, by the matter, a single mother, and what she's done. And she's fulfilled a prophecy that we have been talking about in the crypto world for quite some time now about opportunity. But while we allow more people to start hopping on, I want to share something else that I'm really excited about. And it's been a journey for me, a challenge for me, and a turning point for me. I'm 45 and a half years old. Can I say that yet? 45, no, not 45 and a half yet. 45 years old. And 5 years ago, I turned 40 July 13th. And the very next month after my 40th birthday, something happened to me. Unexpectedly, I had what's called rapid sudden hearing loss in my left ear, where I lost 70% of my hearing. There we go. I lost 70% of my hearing in my left ear and developed tinnitus. If you don't know what tinnitus is, it's where there's a constant rushing sound like a tornado or hurricane in your ear 24/7, and when it's quiet, it roars to the beat of your heartbeat, because your blood vessel brain that goes through your neck up to your ear to your brain, is pumping. So it goes whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And it was one of the most difficult times of my life at that point. I didn't understand why. I felt I was too young, and I was in denial. I didn't want to get it treated, meaning to get a hearing aid. And it took me a year and a half, I think, before I actually took it serious and went to go get a hearing aid. Because I say, I'm 40 years old. My grandmother at the time was 93, 92, 93. And she had a hearing aid. And I'm like, I'm too young to have a hearing aid. But I finally just relented, and the doctor said, you need to get that, because that loss is it's going to mess with your brain features. So you got to get it treated. So I resented it, but then I did it. And I finally got my hearing aid. And the first time I put it in, it was like an explosion in my head. My brain had got used to only one side hearing and not the other. It started to affect my speech. If you go back and look at my old videos, and I've got videos from 10 years, my speech pattern has changed, and even my lip would curl and my tongue would move to my right side of my face, because that's where it was hearing sound. Now, day to day, you don't really notice that, but over time, it started to get more and more pronounced. This side of my face would lift up a little bit more, and it's not that way in the past. Well, but at that point, I could care less what anybody thought of me having a hearing aid or how I even look. Most people don't even realize, they don't see it. I got one on right now, they don't even see it. And it's been 5 years since that. So why I'm excited is I just got an upgrade last week. I got an upgrade. Because technology is always changing. And what happens for me is not so much hearing, because I can still hear without a hearing aid, not as well as most, but I can still hear. But I can't really hear myself. My voice changed. It sounded different. And with this new hearing aid, my brain did it again. It exploded. I now I can hear myself speak. If you've never experienced this, it's hard to explain. But I have a newfound appreciation for the deaf community, sign language, and all that kind of stuff. But I have a brand new hearing aid now. I hear my voice for the first time this way in maybe 3-4 years. So I'm really excited about that. But anyways, that's not the point of our crypto talk tonight. Tonight, we're going to highlight a stay, not a stay, well, she's stay at home now, but a single mother of 2 girls. And I said something years ago when I first learned about crypto. What you hear me talk about most is the second part that changed my life. Cryptocurrency represents the greatest economic shift in wealth in the history of mankind for the most amount of people. Now, we highlight that because everybody wants to make money. But the first part is what most people still don't get. The first part, which is blockchain technology, is going to disrupt every single industry on the planet today. Whether you like it or not, whether you understand it, whether you believe in it or not, blockchain technology is going to disrupt everything. So when people always ask me, Brandon, how can I make money in crypto? You know what my new answer is going to be is, what are you currently doing right now? Because if you're continue to do that, eventually you're making money in crypto, because that's going to be taken over in crypto. Every single field, doctors, lawyers, mechanics, carpenters, every field you can think of will be impacted by blockchain technology. All you have to do is decide how you will interact in this space. When I use myself for an example, I walked off my job and retired at 36 years old. And I did it because I was in the direct sales network marketing community. I became a proficient professional in the personal development and self-improvement space. Before I was Bitcoin Brandon, I was the mindset business coach. I had a serious aha moment where I learned the secret more than, what year was that? 2010 or 11, somewhere around, maybe 2011. The fall of 2011, where I had my aha moment, and nothing's been the same since on the personal development side. And I'll speak more about this because I do a talk once a year called The Secret. Only once a year. I do it at the end of every single year. And I have them up on YouTube if you want to see the previous years. Just type in Brandon Ivey, The Secret, or Laws of the Universe, or something like that. You'll see videos pop up from years ago. So I took what I was good at, what walked me off my job, the personal development, the mindset, the being able to build organizations, and my expertise in that space. I brought it into crypto. I spent 6 months learning about crypto before I spent any money. And when I say any money, I only spent $30 when I got started. And I used the skills I had before in this space to continue to have success and move 7 figures since then. So that goes for every single one of you. Whatever you don't, people think you got to reinvent yourself and learn a new skill set, which part of it is true, but you still take whatever experience and skills you had before. And if you are happy doing it, you put it into the crypto space, you're going to thrive. You're going to explode. So one day, and this is going to be the sad gut check reality for most people that don't understand Bitcoin, refuse to understand or learn it, or think that it's fake. What's going to happen is one day you're going to go into your job, if you're working a 9-to-5 job, and your boss is going to tell you a couple of things. One, whatever product and service you're selling, because that's what every company has to either sell a product or a service. So whatever product or service you're selling to have money come into the door is now going to be doing it in crypto transactions. In fact, Visa, let me share a screen here. I shared this morning on for iLearning Crypto Talk. Visa has partnerships with 60 platforms to let consumers spend digital assets. Do you think this is mainstream, or are they preparing for it to go mainstream? Do they already have the railways on board, the on-ramps in place? They're building the infrastructure right now. for everybody before everybody even knows what's going on. This is what's being built. So what's going to happen next? As more and more people use it, right now, the Lakers are playing in the last time at Staples Center. Is going to be called crypto.com from now on. Everybody is hearing about this, whether they like it or not, or want to or not. People, man, I just want to watch the game. But you're hearing crypto.com every time Lakers play, Clippers play, the Kings play, concert, LA Live. Every time you go downtown, the new skyline above LA that used to show Staples Center because it's right downtown is now going to show crypto.com on the top of the building. When the Olympics come here in a couple of years to LA, it's going to be one of the main venues. It's going to be the crypto.com arena. This is going mainstream, whether you like it or not. So if you're running around thinking cash is king and you're not going to be getting paid in cash anymore, your boss is going to say, not only are we accepting cash in our businesses, but we're going to pay you your salary, your commission, your paycheck in crypto. You will be forced to be in this space. Now, let me tell you about something that excited me. This headline right here. This mom. How many of you are moms? How many mothers do we have out there? There's a lot of you, because I'm always looking for, where are the women in crypto? This mom quit her job. Marlisa says yes. Quit her job to focus on crypto full time and build generational wealth. Now, if you haven't heard me before, and you might just stumble upon this, what do I always say? You know, I don't just read to read, I read to understand. And I always look at certain words, like a lawyer reading something. She quit her job, okay? So she's got freedom. How did she quit her job, or why? To focus on crypto full time. That also lets me know she was doing crypto at least part-time before she quit her job. And then build generational wealth. Not just the ability to pay her bills, not just the ability to have extra money so that she could take care of her daughters and send them to school. No. She's talking about generational. A couple of weeks ago, I did a crypto talk late night about the difference between poor mindset and broke. Poor and broke is not the same. It may look the same because neither of them have money, but poor is a mentality, broke is a temporary situation. And poor is generational. Generation after generation after generation after generation, never breaking that cycle. She wants to break this generational wealth. Now she makes around $80,000 a month. Let me just put this in perspective. I love to break things down so your mind can wrap itself around it. The average American, according to the average American makes less than $40,000 a year. But let's say you're middle class, according to the government, 75, and it's actually higher than this. But you make $75,000 a year. Now, I'm going to use myself as an example because I'm 45 years old. What is retirement age? 65, right? That means for me to retire, if I was working a 9-to-5 job, I would have to work for the next 20 years to be 65 years old before the government says I then can enjoy life if they don't take my pension or 401k. I can start to enjoy life at 65. My whole mentality, that's why I retired at 36. Why do I need to wait to 65 when I'm older and slower, not as handsome, you know? Why am I going to wait till then to enjoy life when I could do it at 36? Right? I mean, we have that choice. There's that word. Yesterday was my Matrix day. It said choice is nothing but an illusion by those who have real power. But we do have a choice. We have a choice. There's consequences to every choice. Well, I'd love to have freedom too, but I got to pay my bills. Well, then you need to find something that can pay your bills and you have freedom. That was my greatest day, July 13th, 2000. Ooh, what year was that? 2012. I walked off my job forever. Will never have a boss telling me what to do, when to do it, how to do it, when to eat lunch, when I can go home, when I can take a nap, when I have to come into work. Hell no. I woke up this morning in LA and it was raining outside and I went right back to sleep. Freedom. But anyways, $75,000 a year. Okay. Let's pretend you don't have to pay taxes. Okay. How many of you would love to never have to pay taxes again? So let's pretend you don't have to pay taxes. For the next 20 years, you making that 2-week vacation, right? Maybe a 1% raise every other year. That's 1.5 million. Every single dime you spend for the next 20 years, getting tax-free money is coming out of 1.5 million. Now that number may seem a lot to you right now, but stretch it over 20 years. That's nothing. That's nothing. You're definitely not surviving off of that in California. 1.5 million over 20 years. That's the rat race. That's what we're taught right now. That's what she quit. She quit that. But now doing 80,000 a month. Let's do the math on that. 80,000 a month times 12. That's 960,000 a year. That's almost $1 million a year times the next 20 years. That's $19.2 million in 20 years. Is that generational wealth? It could be, if you know how to flip it right. 20 million. And if you got children that don't know what the heck they're doing, that can be gone in 1 generation or less. Because you're going to have a higher living standard. You're making 20 million. But if you don't have it working for you, you're not investing. You're like a basketball player, an NFL player that goes broke 7 years after they leave the league. But that's a start, right? That can be generational wealth. So let's get into this article here. After more than a decade as a mortgage underwriter, here they are. Sisters Cynthia Gentry, 23, and Imani Gentry, 19, with their mom. Which one's the mom? I'm playing. No, I'm not. I'm being serious. Brenda Gentry, 46. After more than a decade as a mortgage underwriter at USAA, Brenda Gentry resigned in October 2021. After more than a decade. Rather than continue in traditional finance, she pivoted to crypto full time. So she came from the finance world already. So she's taking skills that she already had and is just moving it from one area to another. Remember I did a crypto talk talking about the river of money, that it just changes course? What she did, she pulled up her anchor, moved with the river to where the new money is, and her skills. My grandpa used to say all the time, whatever you do, be the hardest worker at it, and you'll be successful. While that's honorable, that's not true. The hardest working people in the world are the brokest. I would have an interesting conversation with my grandpa if he were alive today. But see, my grandpa lived in a different age, an age where the employment opportunity depended on the color of his skin. How high he can go depended on the color of his skin, not how smart he was. So his mentality of, I don't care if you're a street sweeper, a train conductor, or an elevator operator. And what's amazing, whenever I reminisce him saying that, the jobs that he chose as examples, because people who looked like me was only able to get those type of jobs. He would say, be the best at it. Work like you own the place. I did take that lesson because no matter what I do, I work to be the best at whatever I do, period. However, that does not guarantee that you're going to be successful and make a lot of money. Because if you're out there in an industry where the ceiling is only $60,000 a year, it doesn't matter how great you are, you're only going to make $60,000 a year. You need to be in industry where the amount of money you can earn and the resources you can accumulate is limitless, right? Where there's no ceiling on it. There's no cap on how much you can make. Then work hard at it. So she took her skills from one industry to another. The San Antonio resident sees crypto as a way to accumulate and pass. This is important, ladies and gentlemen. Accumulate and pass on generational wealth. That is exactly what I do. What the heck? That is what I do. Everything that I do, I am thinking legacy. I'm thinking, there's just something else my grandpa used to say. As a man, it's your job to not only be able to take care of yourself, but your children and your children's children by example. And again, it's that last part that was interesting to me. He will say, by example, because he would say, if your children see you working hard, you're setting an example for what a man should be for when they become men. And then when your grandchildren see you working hard and their parents working hard, now you're leading by example. You're responsible for 2 or 3 generations. But let me tell you what wealthy people think. They use that same concept. I'm responsible for the next 2 generations financially. My goal is to make sure that before I leave this earth, that my children and my children's children would never have to work a day in their life. Oh, they will be working, but not traditional work. They'll be working the family business. And the family business is our resources, managing our resources. Notice I didn't say managing our money. Money and resources is not the same thing, the way people generally think of money. And that's another complete, I had to save that for another late night crypto talk. What is money? When I do Bitcoin boot camps, I call it money is energy. That's a whole nother topic. The reason why most people is broke because they don't even know what money is. They think it's just something that we use to pay our bills. And that's it. It is far much better, bigger than that. So while average people is looking at, well, maybe I'll own a business and hire people, rich people have figured out how to hire money and let money is your employee. Money never talks back. Money never gets sick. Money doesn't have a family emergency. Money works 24/7. It never sleeps. And if you've got money working for you, then you are making money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, no vacations, no holidays. But that's another topic. But she's talking about generational wealth, accumulate and pass on generational wealth. She and her family are excited about the unprecedented. See, I love listening to the adjectives. She didn't say she and her family are excited about the potential, about some opportunities. She said unprecedented opportunities offered by crypto. Gentry 46 tells CNBC's Make It. Before going all in, how many of you still only got your toe in the water? How many of you still have not gone through freaking crypto education? I'm going to tell you guys something. I was talking to my cousin about this. I've made this statement in the past before where I said, when people come up to me and they start asking me questions about, can you tell me where to invest? Can you tell me where to put money? Can you tell me what to do this? I ask them, the first thing you need to do is get crypto education. And if they're unwilling to do it, I can't do business with you. But next year, I'm going to take on a new tone. I'm going to add on to that. You ready for this one? I'm going to add on to this. If I have a business opportunity, and somebody sends me a message, hey, Brandon, can you send me your link? Can you be my sponsor? Can you work with me? I'm going to respond one way. I'm going to say, have you gone through crypto education? If the answer is no, then no, I am not giving you my link. No, you cannot work. I cannot be your sponsor, because then you become a liability. And I say this with love. And what do I mean by liability? Because you're running around, you don't know what you're doing, and you're representing me and my name. And when things go wrong, people look at me like I'm the problem. So either two things is going to happen. Either you've gone through crypto education, or you're going to go through crypto education. You're going to get it right there on the spot. If you do that, then I'll give you my link. If not, then I'll put you on somebody else on my team. I just can't be your sponsor. That's going to be my new motto moving forward next year, because I don't need your money. And any opportunity that I present, I'm doing it not because I'm trying to make a whole lot of money off the affiliate side, like WCL, for example. I don't care about the affiliate side. All I care about was the token itself. That's what's going to make wealthy. I made 40 something K in a couple months off the affiliate side, but I'm going to make millions off the token. Crypto education allows you to understand the difference. So if you're not willing to go through crypto education, if you're not willing to arm yourself, and that's what you're doing, you're arming yourself. The other day, I talked about the most dangerous person in crypto. Do you guys remember who that is? The most dangerous person in crypto. Somebody who has already had a lot of success. Somebody who already has a lot of money. They have a big ego. They have a large following. And someone said to me, Brandon, ain't that you? Yeah, check those off. I do have an ego, I admit it. But it's the fifth thing. Are they crypto educated? See, if they're not crypto educated, they can afford to take risks and lose. But they have a large following of people who cannot afford to take the risks and lose, because the person they were following was running their mouth about something they know nothing about. I forgot to share this as another example in somebody in the crypto space who was dangerous. And this is somebody that I'm not going to say any names. I told you I wasn't going to call anybody out. I have nothing but respect for. Nothing but respect. This individual has changed thousands of lives, has created hundreds of millionaires, and made a decision, I'm going to get into crypto, because if I've had success in everything else, I'm easily going to have success over here. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I have the same mentality as well. Only difference is I spent 6 months learning about crypto before I opened my mouth. This individual decided, I'm going to create a company my first day in the industry in crypto, and did a Facebook Live. And first thing out of their mouth was, yeah, man, I'm all into this crypto. I'm making so much money. I learned that you need to buy high and sell low. Now, the first time he said it, I thought it was just a Freudian slip. That happens. You get excited. You might be nervous. There's thousands of people listening to you. But he said it not once, not twice, but 3 times. Buy high, sell low. That's dangerous. There is one person that's more dangerous. I was telling my cousin about this too. That person that has all 4 qualities, and they're crypto educated, and they still have the intent to scam you. They still have the intent, knowingly going into things that are scams, because they got a signing bonus, and telling all y'all to come, knowing it ain't going to be around more than 3 months. That actually is the most dangerous person. The first person is dangerous off of ignorance. The second person is dangerous off of intent. By the way, that reminds me, I have to make this statement. 2022 is going to be a year of, it's a new beginning. It's going to be a new beginning for myself, my future, what I'm planning on doing. And I'm going to be doing a purging. Sometimes you have to let go of the old to make way for the new. And there's old baggage that even if I have left it behind and moved on and moved forward, people that might still trying to be hanging on, that's bringing that baggage with them, and it's still causing me problems. So there's going to be a purge. Anybody that I still hear that is running their mouth talking about me behind the scenes is getting purged, meaning blocked, removed from my database, removed from anything that I have going on. And if I see them show up to any Zooms or anything like that, I'm removing them. You are out, you're done, you're gone. Go figure things out on your own. I don't need any of that dead weight garbage crap on a new era that we're about to move into. I wish you the best of luck. I still want to see you succeed. You're just not going to succeed at my table. And I'll still help you out over there. But the purging has already begun. All right. So people are getting purged. Just got to make that point. So let's keep moving forward here about Mama Crypto here, what she's done. Before going all in and leaving her steady 9 to 5, Gentry began investing in cryptocurrencies during the COVID-19 lockdown in 2020. So for those of you who think, am I too late? She just got started last year during the COVID-19 lockdown in 2020. You know what is exciting? I got to say this, because she's making $80,000 a month. You know what was exciting to me? Because I've made that type of money. But to have my cousin witness it happen. What month was that, Marnita? September? I think it was September or so. She was on a phone call with me when one deal went down. She was like, did you just make $25,000? But seeing my family witness it, because what am I all about? This word right here, generational wealth. Generational wealth. So my family, not from the outside, because I got a lot of family that's watching, I got a big family. And out of my entire big family, only a few have ever said, you know what, Brandon, tell me more about this crypto stuff. And only one dove in. And it's not because I drug her in. She did it on her own. For 2 years before I really brought her on by herself. And that's my cousin Marnita, the connectress. And it was just cool to see her witness that that's possible to make that type of money in 1 month. So proud of you, Marnita. You saw that a few times. So anyways, by early 2021, she had garnered substantial returns. She just got started. My investment portfolio surpassed my 401k, which had taken 11 years to get to $200,000. She did it in 6 months. What did I tell you my story? I started with $30 and flipped it to 6 figures in 3.5 months. I was able to make more money in 1 day than most people make a year on their job. Because of crypto. Is it because I'm special, that I'm smarter than other people? No, I took the talents I already had doing something else and just put it here where there's more money to be made. I'm not doing anything different. My day-to-day from what it was 5 years ago is the same. It's just where I'm putting my focus that's generating that income. So she surpassed in 6 months in crypto what took her 11 years to do on her 401k, on her job. And that is what they teach us. You need to go to school, get good grades, and get a good, safe, secure job, a job that will take care of you for the rest of your life. Right? Isn't that what we're taught? Go to school. I did that. I'm very proud of my school I went to. Everybody knows it because I say it every chance I get. Morehouse College. Where's mine? Huh. Oh, there it is. Every chance I get, I got to throw it out. Morehouse College. However, it wasn't the book knowledge that I learned at Morehouse that made a difference in my life. It was the experience of being taught for the very first time in my life by men who looked like me. Not rappers on TV or basketball or football players or the pimps and drug dealers out in the corner. Being taught by educated men who looked like me. I can't explain that it's like, that you got to be there type of thing. But that's not what helped me make money. It had nothing to do with that. The old way of what they're teaching us to do does not work. It hasn't worked for 2 or 3 decades, 4 decades. It has not worked. We have to find a different way, and she figured it out. She acknowledges that cryptocurrency is a risky investment, but her experience in finance, there you go, her experience in finance and process of due diligence. Do you know what this is? Education. When you're educated, you can my Morehouse brother's on. Lamar Slater. He's not only my Morehouse brother, but he was my freshman year roommate. And Lamar, what year was that? Was it 2 years ago? 2019 or 2020? Alumni of the year. My Morehouse roommate. Mays Hall, 323, Mays Shabazz. Remember that? Remember that, Lamar? Anyways, she says her education, meaning her ability to do due diligence, helps her feel comfortable. Oh, that reminds me. And Lamar, reach out some of your contacts. As soon as this COVID thing lifts and we're traveling, I'm doing the Bitcoin boot camps. We need to be back on campus. We need to do King's Chapel or something. Get with the brothers on campus about crypto. Anyways, she acknowledges that cryptocurrency is a risky investment, but her experience in finance and process of due diligence helps her feel comfortable investing in the space. Now, Gentry is widely known as the crypto mom online. There's a link to that. I got to open that up. She's the crypto mom online. She continues to personally invest in digital assets. Okay, isn't that also what we do? What did I start 2 months ago with everybody? We started a brand new journey. Where's mine? A secondary crypto portfolio. We started from scratch. It's at $10,959. It's up $800 in the last 24 hours. We started this from scratch by doing crypto talk, looking at what new tokens or coins out there, what new industries, and investing in them. I buy these tokens live in front of all of you. I've been doing that. And so the point was, I did another late night crypto talk a couple of weeks ago about how $1,000 can change your life. And I did example after example after example. If it was just 1 year ago and you have put $1,000 on this, or this, any of those tokens, what it's worth 1 year later. That's why we're doing this. This is an experiment. This is a live, I want to say like studio audience a live experience for or experiment that all of you can see, and I'm documenting this. It's not just one thing, because I want to prove there's posers and then there's the real deal. There's people that I see, when I go back to the most dangerous people in crypto, there's people that I see that have had wild success before, and they're coming into crypto and acting like they're crypto gurus literally overnight and trying to sell stuff and push stuff on people, and don't realize they're scamming people. They don't even realize it. I would give the benefit of the doubt and say that not all of them is attempting to scam people, but they're ignorant. That is like Dr. Fauci. Dang, I shouldn't even go that political route, but I said his name. He's 81 years old. He's been around the medical field way before I was born. And that's like him going in front of the Supreme Court and trying to argue a case. He's not a lawyer. That's not his field. Stay in your lane. But these people have come over here and think they can do exactly what they did over there, over here. And a lot of people are going to end up getting hurt. And I'm starting to see it more and more right now. The marketing gurus. I'm going to give you guys another hint, okay? Yeah, this might piss a couple people off. If you start noticing the marketing gurus that have been big time marketers in the direct sell networking space for the past decade, and all of a sudden you now see them using their skills and marketing in crypto, major red flag. Do your due diligence first, because if you're crypto educated, you know more than that marketer who has made 7 and 8 figures before, because they're coming into a new industry. You know more than them. So whatever it is, what blows my mind, I've seen people that should know better. I've seen people that have been in crypto for 3, 4, 5, 6 years. And then some big time marketer who they may respect comes into crypto and blowing up and talking about one opportunity. And these people who've been in for 6 years stop what they're doing and they run with the big time marketer who just got started 30 days ago. That blows my mind. But it happens. It happens. Let's do that. Back to campus. That's right, Lamar. We gotta bring it back, especially to the millennials, the millennial generation, our young brothers and sisters, next generation of AUC. And and also, Lamar, I'm going to have a platform to really do it because my business is breaking off. All right. Anyways, be careful. I'll go off in tangents late night. Okay. So Crypto Mom, she continues to personally invest in digital assets. Oh yeah, that's what I was doing. I was showing you that's what we're doing. We continue to invest in personal assets. And she runs Gentry Media Productions. Gentry Media Productions. I will be announcing the name of my company in January. Maybe, you know what? I might do it late night crypto talk. I'm not late night crypto talk. The night I do The Secret, because I do that at the end of the year. Yeah, I might do that. I'll officially announce what the name of my company is. Okay. The firm, wait. Mainly runs Gentry Media Productions with her daughters, Cynthia, 23, and Imani Gentry, 19. That's so powerful. There's never too young to get started. You see this book I have right here? Sam Logan, too. Sam is on. Sam is also my Morehouse brother. He stayed. Hey, Sam, what room were you? Freshman year, 2 rooms down from me. We were 323, Mays Hall. You were what, 326? No, 325, 327? Sam Logan III. He was also in Mays at the same. You were 319. Okay. I was 326. You were 319. That's right. Who was your roommate again, Sam? Was it Kier? Was your roommate? Or Keith Green? No, Keith was Kier's roommate. Yeah. right next to me. I forgot who your roommate was, Sam. Man, my Morehouse brother's coming out tonight. Hey, Sam, you didn't see that? I gotta pull that up for you. Morehouse. All right. You see this book right here? Early Bird Gets the Bitcoin. Sean, that's right, Sean Lewis. All right. Early Bird Gets the Bitcoin. This book, The Ultimate Guide to Everything About Bitcoin. Do you know when this came out? This is like, maybe I'll say 2018. Hold on, just tell me. Yeah, February 2018. Do you know who wrote this book? I'm going to show you. Look at that face right there. He was like an 11-year-old kid. Andrew K. Curry is a middle school student in the Boston area. He is passionate about business, investing, and cryptocurrencies, not to mention basketball. He read the Everything Store about Jeff Bezos and found out about Kindle Direct Publishing, which led to this book. An 11-year-old wrote this. The young generation, this is all they're going to know. My 14-year-old didn't know what a phone socket in the wall was. He laughs at my old Nintendo game. I still got my old Nintendo stuff and controllers and whatnot. There's a movie you can watch on Netflix called 8-Bit Christmas. I think it's on Netflix. 8-Bit Christmas. That's going to be my new, like, The Sandlot or A Christmas Story, or National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, something that I will watch every single year. Tomorrow is nothing but Christmas movie day. We watch everything from Snoopy's and It's a Wonderful Life, Christmas Story, hey kid, you're going to shoot your eye out, BB gun thing, to Die Hard. How did Die Hard become a Christmas movie? But anyways, we watch all the Christmas movies. Okay, back on topic. Going off on a tangent. Start them young. The firm advises decentralized finance and non-fungible token. Okay. I was watching freaking South Park with my kid. There's this new one called Post-COVID. In it, there's a scene where they mention NFTs. I'm telling you, this stuff is going mainstream. So the firm advises DeFi and non-fungible token projects, and Gentry typically makes between 10 and 20 Ether, which is around $40,000 to $80,000. Okay, let's stop right there. Let's do a little bit of dream mode on this, because this is something else uneducated people don't understand about crypto. You can't look at crypto like money. You've got to look at crypto like a house. If you're a homeowner and you buy a $500,000 home today, and it goes down in value next year to $300,000, are you going to be running around screaming that you got scammed and that you lost $200,000? Only if you sell at $300,000. You still have the house. What, did they take away the garage? Did they take away a room? Did your backyard disappear? Did the square footage get smaller? No, you still have the same exact property you bought at $500,000. It's only now worth $300,000. But you hold on to it for another 2 years. Next thing you know, it's worth $1.2 million. I look at my parents' home. When they bought that, it was, I think, $450-something thousand. It's worth 1.4 something plus million dollars today. My parents' home. Were there additions? Well, yeah, my dad, he improved on it, but not for it to go up like that. It's the same house. It just increased in value. Crypto is the same way. You got to look at it the same way. So I'm going to expand your mind on this. If you're looking at 10 to 20 Ether a month, which is around 40 to 80,000 in today's money. But what if Ethereum is worth $20,000 a coin by the end of next year? And so you go back to the 10 to 20 Ether at 80,000 today. What am I doing? 20. What happens when it goes to $20,000 a coin? Now she's not making 80,000 a month. She was making $400,000 a month. You guys understand that? $400,000 a month. It's not about how much they're worth. It's how many do you have? That's why we've been in nothing but accumulation mode. Accumulate as much as possible. And then you'll see where you are 2 to 3 years from now. It's not get rich quick. It's taking advantage of the greatest rising asset in the world, period. Nothing comes close. Okay, in comparison, she made about 75,000 annually in her past job. How many times have you guys seen me do that comparison of $75,000 a year? You see me do it all the time. And what do we just see right here? She was making $75,000 annually in her job. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. I don't just talk out my ass. I know what I'm talking about. Not because I'm smart, because I read. All right. I do research. I got educated on this space. NFTs and DeFi are breaking down generational. Oh, I didn't see this earlier. We just did a crypto talk about poverty and broke. NFTs and DeFi are breaking down generational curses of poverty. Gentry sees crypto as a way to provide a better future for her family. NFTs and DeFi are breaking down generational curses of poverty. Crypto is about financial freedom, really. Gentry says, oh, hold up. What do I say? Cryptocurrency represents the greatest economic shift in wealth in the history of mankind. Gentry says crypto is about financial freedom. Is Gentry your broke cousin Pookie on the corner? She then says, most people who couldn't access loans with traditional finance because of credit limitations can now invest in crypto and to be able to borrow from it. I'm going to tell you guys the story. A few years ago, I was looking at property to purchase and move and do some stuff. I had a whole lot of money, but you know what I did not have? Good credit. My credit was like 630, 640. And I was not able to make the moves I wanted to make. So I went on a quest to clean up my credit. Then I got my credit all the way up to 810. And it was so high that even the bank was looking like, are you sure you're black credit? What? Are you sure you're black? Yeah. And once you've got the credit, all of a sudden doors open. They're everybody's throwing stuff at you. That's another lesson there. Doesn't matter how much money you have. What's your credit score? What's your credit rating? You got to have good credit. Don't get caught into the trap. Sometimes people, I'm going to buy everything with cash. Yeah, but you need to establish a line of credit, a credit history. Get that set up. Okay. So because of credit limitations, can now invest in crypto and be able to borrow from it. See, she's using her business knowledge. Her business knowledge now. DeFi protocols provide interest rates that are typically more attractive. Now, this is an industry I am not an expert on. I'm doing research right now to write a class on DeFi metaverse, NFTs, but it is not my background. It is her background. And this is where she found to take her own personal skill set into the crypto space and make a killing. It says the barrier to entry to borrow is low compared with that of a traditional system. In most cases, the only requirement to take out a DeFi loan is the ability to provide collateral with other crypto assets. I haven't seen this. What is this? What you should know before investing in crypto. All right, I'll watch that later to see if they're actually saying anything accurate. But these factors also contribute to why DeFi is very risky. Investors should understand the risk and take time to research before buying in. For Gentry, getting into crypto has led to tangible changes for her family. In September, Gentry says she was able to help her parents retire. So not only did she retire herself, she retired her parents. This is something I always wanted to do. My dad retired before, but had to go back to work. The pension wasn't cutting it for them. My mom had been working as a cleaning supervisor for many years. The hours were brutal and taking a toll on her health. Her next goal is to help her siblings retire. Now she's going to retire her brothers and sisters. Though cryptocurrency is volatile, Gentry plans to build wealth by holding her assets long term. We'll talk about her siblings. One of my goals is to, with legacy, is my family. Crypto being able to take care of my family, not just my immediate family, but also distant family, because what happens when you got that one wealthy family member, everybody's always coming to that family member for money. But what if you're able to help them to get their own money? You put them all on point, all on game. This is where I do wish my family paid far more attention, but it's difficult for them because I'm family. They've known me when I was broke and had nothing. Yeah, they love me and want me to succeed, but doing business with me is another thing. And I'm running against the clock. I want to get so big that the family cannot deny. And they're going to be busting their tail to be like, how are you doing that? Show me. I already have some of them saying it, but not real serious. Only one who's serious was Marnita. He's the only one who's serious. The others is more, they're more give me than show me. If you understand that difference? So although cryptocurrency is volatile, Gentry plans to build wealth by holding her assets long-term. Again, plans to build wealth. Does that get rich quick? Is that what she said? No, she didn't say get rich quick. She said, hold her assets long-term. The crypto portfolio, I'm doing this for a whole year just to see where we're at a year from now. The market is not always going to be bullish. Experts warn that you should only invest what you can afford to lose. That is true. But they do agree that a long-term holding strategy in cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin is best practice. Only if you're still making enough money to pay your bills. Okay? It's hard to try to invest in something when you don't have money to eat. So that should be your first goal. I need to be able to take care of myself, and then anything extra I can start to invest. I'm conservative like that. You know, some of you are more risky. Say, oh, no. Oh, I'm going all in on this right now. Next thing you know, you're a Shiba Inu and you got $100 million. It happens. Overall, Gentry and her family see crypto as a way to build generational wealth. They're all involved in different crypto projects. In other words, one thing you learn in crypto education is there's no one right way to do it. My strategy may not be good for you. Your strategy may not be good for the next person. But your education will allow you to pick what is good for you. What do you like to do? When I first got started, I saw my friends making all this money trading. So I learned how to trade. And I quickly realized I don't like it. I know how to do it, I made a lot of money doing it, but I don't like it. It's not my, it doesn't fit my lifestyle, so I'm not doing it. I found another way. Another passion of mine is to teach, is to educate. I'm a semester away from having a master's degree in education, teaching credentials in the state of California. And I went back to school for that. After I got my degree, I went back to University of Laverne before I came back into direct sales, because I was like, yeah, I want to make more, let me be a professor somewhere. I can work at a college. That was what I was going to do before I came back into network marketing. So now I took that passion, I'm moving into the crypto space, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm teaching something different, and I'm making a full-time income doing it. That's what works for me. I've got business partners of mine who are making 7 figures that I would never let them on stage and attempt to try to teach crypto. Hell no. But they're making millions in crypto. They found something that works for them. Experts warn that you should only invest what you can. Okay, wait. Overall, Gentry and her family, they're all involved in different crypto projects, including gaming and DeFi. We're very interested in play to earn gaming and how that is positively affecting people in developing countries, with users earning income from playing. Okay, I need to open up that link and this one. Blockchain-based games, Gentry says. Gentry has been successful in the space, but what she has accomplished isn't necessarily easy or typical. I agree. In fact, that's nothing in life. It's simple. Simple. And when I say simple, it's simple that when you realize how to become a millionaire and you have the aha moment, you realize it's simple. It's really not some genius thing, because most millionaires and billionaires don't have a college degree. A lot of them don't even have a GED. They figured something out that's simple, but that doesn't mean it's easy. They're not the same thing. There still comes a lot of hard work, challenges. Do you want to know one of the biggest barriers that separates successful people from broke people? The biggest barriers. One of the biggest barriers is how you accept loss, how you handle defeat and challenges. Successful people will take a setback, a challenge, a loss, or a failure, whatever word you want to use, and they'll take that as a learning experience and keep moving forward. The losers do the opposite. They take that setback and think it's a sign that they shouldn't keep going, that they should stop what they're doing, that they should go back to what they were doing, that they're getting scammed. That's one of the biggest differences that separates the doers from the watchers. And that's also why I'm purging, because I'm the doer. Have we had setbacks? You're damn right we have. Have we lost money? Absolutely. Have we been scammed? Absolutely. What am I going to go cry me a river? Or am I going to pick myself up, dust myself off, and keep moving forward and find something that will work? If you're still crying about what happened in the past, you will be stuck there and you will drag everybody else around with you. That's why I can no longer be hearing people crying and talking about, oh, what happened 2 years or 3 years ago. You're in my way. So blockchain-based games. Gentry has been successful in the space, but what she accomplished isn't necessarily easy or typical. When it comes to investing in cryptocurrency, financial experts recommend being careful. Though some digital coins and projects can surge in value quickly, they can also crash down just as fast. That is true. Gentry and her family get many messages from people wanting to learn about the space. Really? So you're saying there's a market for crypto education? And we have to let people know that there are days when the market is red. How about there are months when the market is red? So that is late night crypto talk. I hope you guys learn something. I didn't want to just read this. I wanted to break some things down for you. So that you know you can give yourself a pat on the back that you are in the right place at the right time. All you need to do now is do what Crypto Mom did. Figure out your passion and how you can take that passion and let it work for you in this space. I can't tell you that. I can't answer that for you. That only you can figure that out. And how you figure it out is you first start by saying, what am I passionate at doing? Some people are passionate at helping others. If that's your passion, you can make a fortune in crypto. You find a way, how can I help others and earn while I'm doing it? Some people are passionate about, I don't want to be bothered with other people. That's why I got into crypto. I don't like doing three-way calls, and I don't like doing presentations, and I'm tired of trying to build and recruit. I just want to make money and by myself. You can make a fortune in crypto doing that. There are other people that say they love the excitement. They love the hustle and bustle. They love the action. They want to be at all the blockchain expos. They want to be around a whole lot of people. They want to connect and make networks and make business deals and travel. You can make a fortune doing so. Are you understand what I'm saying here? Whatever it is, you can make a fortune doing it. But only you can figure that out. And with an industry that's as new as it is right now, you literally can create your own industry. I'll give you an example. Oscar Garcia. He came from the banking finance world, and then he created an industry in the crypto space with the whole banking the unbanked and revolutionizing the way transactions are done financially. So if there's not an industry there that your passion that was your passion, you create it. There's people that are passionate about health and wellness. You can make a fortune in crypto in health and wellness. People that are passionate about charities, nonprofits, giving back. You can make a fortune doing that in crypto. But you figure out what it is. Once you do research to see, is there anybody doing what I'm passionate about in crypto? And don't be upset. If you find somebody that's doing what you're already passionate about, don't think, oh, it's game over. I can't do it no more. No, this is a multi-trillion-dollar industry. That person ain't sucking up all the money. Where do you think I got Bitcoin Brandon from? And this is the only time I'll say this publicly. I got it from Bitcoin Rodney. I saw him calling himself Bitcoin Rodney in 2016. Oh, okay, I'll call myself Bitcoin Brandon. Why not? Someone said, well, Brandon, are you concerned that somebody else will come up with crypto education and it's better than yours? No, I'm not concerned. How many colleges and universities do we have just in the United States, just in the state of California? Is there only one Ivy League school, or are there many? See, when you really understand that there's no scarcity of resources, there's no scarcity of money, that you don't have to take from somebody else and their success for you to be successful, that you both can be equally, if not both wildly successful, doing the same thing. Life becomes more easy and simple because you're not on the competitive field anymore. Read the book, Your Wish is Your Command. I'm sorry, no. The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. You don't have to be rich on the competitive field. I've got to beat that other person to make it. No. That means that you're thinking the limited resources. And it's not. You never have to take from another man or another woman for you to have yours. Another reason why I'm doing the purge is because there are people right now in my circle, somewhere around there, swirling around, thinking they have to put Brandon down to elevate themselves. And you don't have to do that. That's another reason why I don't call people out. I don't need to put somebody else down to make myself look good in the eyes of somebody else. It's a growing lesson. So find out what you're passionate about, and then figure out how can I monopolize this or monetize this passion in the crypto space where all the money is going. All the world's money is coming here. It's just a matter of how long will it take to get here. Get yourself positioned and ride that wave. All right, I went more than an hour tonight, and I hope you learned something new. As always, that is the point. I will be doing crypto talk tomorrow morning because I'm watching the charts closely. I want to see if there's a new end of the year run on the market. Like right now, we're up 3.1% over the last 24 hours. Oh, it's higher, 4.2%. We are up in the last 24 hours. We're back to 2.5 trillion. Bitcoin dominance did rise a little bit. It was 38.2 this morning. Ethereum dropped a little bit. Bitcoin, oh yeah, look at this. Bitcoin is at 5%, 51,000. Ethereum is up 3.1, Binance 2.1. Solana, Cardano, keep on going, Cardano. I just pulled 7,000 from IMC or WCL into ADA, and now I'm up 8.8%. That's what I'm talking about. 17% in the last 7 days. See, Luna is up 13%. Shiba Inu 10, Crypto.com 12.9, especially after being featured on freaking national TV tonight with Staples Center, the Lakers, up 12.9%. What is Green doing? Did Green have any movement? Let me see. Any move? Yeah, it's at 2 cents. This is going to be life-changing for many people when this sucker pops. Even right now, I mean, if you had 8 million tokens at 0.02, that's $160,000. Do you know how much you spent? Less than $8,000 to get to about 8 million tokens on average. That's worth $160,000. That's already can be life-changing for some people. But what if it goes this? 25 cents. I did some wrong there. 8 million times 0.25. That's $2 million. If this sucker, if it already hit 9 cents the other day, it goes 10 cents to 20 cents, this people's going to lose their freaking mind. I know people with more than 50 million, 100 million tokens. All right, with that, guys, I will see you all tomorrow morning. Early morning crypto talk, same link, and a Facebook Live. I hope you learned something new. As always, that is the point. Take care. Bitcoin Brandon out. Bye-bye. Oh, and Merry Christmas. If I don't say it, see you again.